It's a slow start to the registration of delegates for the 6th ANC National Policy Conference at Nasrec. The party says it expects about 2,000 delegates to attend. Malungelo Booi is our reporter on the story. He joins us from FNB Stadium where this accreditation is going on. Malu, just why are things moving so slowly?
Well, that's $1 million question, Tembi. I'll tell you, the most of the people that we've seen actually arriving here for accreditation and registration have mainly been journalists and also some of the security personnel. But also what's been interesting is that when you move around this particular area, you're seeing a lot of security personnel, including police, on horseback, essentially patrolling this particular area. And I suppose, Tembekile, things will start to pick up in the afternoon when those 2,000 delegates coming from various parts of this country will arrive here at FNB Stadium for that registration and accreditation process. The process is actually seamless when you go inside, Tembekile. I suppose that's because there's very few people that are actually here. Don't be deceived by these many cars that you are seeing here outside the FNB Stadium. Official program, we're told, will get underway tomorrow. That's when discussions on several topics will essentially be taking place. They'll be discussing issues on social transformation as well as peace and security, and also on the renewal of the organization. That's something that has been discussed so many times by the ANC, even in its policy conference in 2017. Interestingly, Tembi, when you're reading their policy document this time around, one of the things that the ANC, especially on the introduction pages, they reflect, Tembi, on their losses in the 2021 local government elections, where they actually concede that distrust by South Africans to the party has actually contributed to them losing ground in the 2021 local government elections. And of course, they're coming into this policy conference very worried, considering that we're going into the 2024 national elections, Tembi, and the ANC is well aware, Tembi, that it's likely to get less than 50% of support in the 2024 national elections. And I suppose then, Tembi, part of the discussions really that will be taking place here in the next 3 days will be how then do they gain trust to the public, because they concede they've lost a lot of ground in the 2021 local government elections.
So, Malu, with all of that going around, the ANC is also then under pressure to make sure that its focus is on the right things at this conference, rather than a, shall we say, proxy battle for the election of new leaders, which is only set to happen in 6 months at the end of the year.
That's right, Tembi. I suppose whatever will be discussed here, Tembi, really will affect what will be taking place in December this year. But also, Tembi, I mean, if you look at this policy document, some of the things that they're talking about are bread and butter issues, are some of the things that South Africans really want them resolved. In fact, we're talking here things about gender-based violence. We're talking here also about inequality, high unemployment rate and high poverty levels. And those are some of the things, Tembekile, that the delegates that will be attending this conference will actually be discussing. And these are the things that when they're going into, will be canvassing for the 2024 national elections, those are the things that, most electorates would want the ANC to respond to. And this conference comes at a time, Tembi, when the economy is essentially on its knees.
Malungelo Booi live for us at the FNB Stadium as we prepare for the ANC's policy conference. Registration now off to a slow start, as Malu was just reporting. Well,